Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay. Welcome back to the channel where I have the opportunity to help improve your English. On today's English lesson, I am going to teach you some advanced English words. I am going to put a little spin on it, and I'm going to teach you these advanced English words by story. Okay, so I'm going to help give the vocabulary words a few better meanings and context for you to understand. So with that being said, I hope you're ready for today's fun story that I put together. Let's dive into today's lesson. Ariel developed an immediate fascination. Say that with me, fascination, with Daniel after discovering they both arrived at work 10 minutes early every day. Okay, so when someone arrives to work on time or early, we call them punctual. But I want you to notice the vocabulary word is fascination. So when you have a fascination, it's a strong interest or attraction. Some people have a fascination with roller coasters. Some people have a fascination with toes and feet. They call it a feet fetish. They love looking at people's feet. I do not have that type of fascination. Some people have a fascination with horror movies. They love bloody, scary movies. I like comedies and action, okay? I have a fascination with dramas, okay? I like a movie that's well written with a twist at the end. But let's find out what happened to Ariel with her fascination with Daniel. She created a detailed hypothesis that their matching schedules were a sign of destiny rather than traffic patterns. So, in other words, notice she created a hypothesis. In other words, she had an idea, a theory, something that she thought of. An advanced word for idea or a thought is a hypothesis or hypotheses, depending on how you pronounce it. Okay, so she seemingly is attracted to Daniel, and because they arrived at work around the same time, she began to think, well, maybe this is not coincidence. Let's find out what happens. Daniel remained completely oblivious. Say that with me, oblivious to her analysis while focusing on quarterly reports. So, in other words, Daniel wasn't paying her any mind. He had his mind on his reports that were due at work. Okay, so he was totally oblivious. Oblivious. When a person is oblivious, they are unaware of what is happening. They don't know. Sometimes we say, look, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a clue. Okay, I am oblivious to what you are thinking or talking about. All right, let's continue. Ariel's growing enthusiasm led her to volunteer for projects that conveniently placed them in the same meetings. See, now Ariel's just stalking Daniel. She is excited. She is enthused. We could even say she might be aroused. Ooh. When it comes to Daniel, she is attracted to him. Okay. So when a person has enthusiasm, it's strong excitement or interest. She was probably at home saying, "Ooh, I can't wait to get to work to see Daniel. I am so excited." She was enthusiastic. I don't know what attracted her to Daniel. Was it his looks? Was it his mind? Did he have on some nice cologne? Who knows? But she is stalking my man Daniel now. She is setting up meetings and arranging her schedule so she can bump into him. Their coworkers observed the situation with quiet skepticism, doubting that either person would make the first move. Now, everyone at the office knows about her infatuation with Daniel, her attraction. She has a crush on Daniel. Ooh. So everyone is looking with skepticism, doubt. They're wondering who's going to make the first move, who's going to ask the other person out for a date, who's going to get whose number. They're being nosy now. But they have skepticism, they have doubt, uncertainty. Let's find out what happens. During a team lunch, an accidental seating arrangement finally gave them a chance to talk for more than 2 minutes. Okay, so an accidental meeting. So a meeting took place, neither one of them knew about, and they just so happened to be sitting next to one another. Maybe they were sitting next to one another like, oh, she looking at me, she looking at me, he's looking at me, he's looking at me. There was a seating arrangement, okay? So when you talk about an arrangement, it's an organized plan or placement, all right? Now, you can use arrangement in another way. We can describe an arrangement of flowers, an arrangement of cars in a garage. I love the way you have your clothes arranged in your closet. Your arrangement of your shirts separated from your pants is so neat. Okay, but the context of arrangement in this sentence has to do with organization or a plan. We're almost done. Daniel confessed that he had delayed asking her out because of professional considerations about workplace dating. Okay, so Daniel has some manners. Okay, he was like, girl, I didn't want to get with you because, I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to get fired. Okay, considerations. So a consideration has to do with factors that influence a decision. Okay, I'm considering buying the car, but the price is too high. Okay, I'm considering asking her out on a date, but then I found out she was married. Consideration. Ariel laughed at the irony that both of them had spent months overthinking a conversation that turned out to be easy. Okay, both of them were just too scared to talk to the other. The irony, all right? The irony. When you have irony, it's not ironing your clothes. Irony is a situation that is the opposite of what was expected. The irony of the situation. They were overthinking and being fearful when they could have easily just talked to one another one day at work or after work. Okay? So, those are the words that I want you to practice. Okay? There's not going to be a PDF on today's lesson, so I want you to make sure that you are going back and watching the lesson again. Okay? Fascination, hypothesis, okay? Oblivious, enthusiasm, skepticism, arrangement, consideration, and irony. I think next time I'll put them on the screen for you. But go back as a beginner, get at least 2 words. If you're intermediate or advanced, get more. And I want you to learn at least 2 words within the coming week, okay? Make sure that you practice using them in a sentence. Also, I want you to watch today's lesson again. It's short enough for you to watch twice, once with the subtitles on and once with the subtitles off. That is my simple 2-strategy plan to improve your English. Okay, repetition as well as practice. Okay, so make sure you do that. I taught you some advanced English words through a story that I put together, and I hope you have enjoyed our time together. If you're not a subscriber, you better go ahead and jump on that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. If you enjoyed these type lessons, I have a playlist where you can watch more of them. Hundreds of free English lessons here on the channel. Make sure you share with a friend through WhatsApp, Facebook, smoke signal, however you want to do it. That would be appreciative, okay? With that being said, make sure you guys let me know if this is your first time watching and where you're watching from. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get some rest so you can join me on my next English lesson. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.